Hello, my name is AMARACHI IRONKWE. I am a hospitality consultant and I'm a aromatherapist, merging hospitality with therapy and wellness. And this is my story. The initial vision was to have this home. I always call it a therapeutic resort where people can just come and, leave the outside world and come find healing, find fullness, peace, wholeness. And of course, being a young person with, at that time, no money, well, even now, say if you give me money, I'll collect. But being a young person with no money and having this vision, it was like, this is what I feel is my calling. This is what I want and how I want to make an impact. But how do I want to start building a resort when I don't even have a house? And so Miami Homes was born out of this. And I started as a manager of a service department, a shortlet. And from there, gaining experience, started, I don't even know how I entered into that, but people started coming to me to teach them how to run their service apartments, how to manage their shortlets. And from managing one, I started managing two and three and four. And before you know it, I got this amazing space of people that wanted to turn it into a service apartment, but didn't know how to. And I had positioned myself as an expert in that field. So they came to me, and the vision of the therapeutic resort is not a resort yet, but we have a space now where people can come to and just receive healing and wholeness and have that personalized retreats where they're not just going to book a hotel, they are receiving therapy, easing stress, and living as new people, which is what I realized was actually the main goal of that big vision. It was about transforming lives. It was about helping people step away from the stressors of day-to-day life. And while we're working towards having, that big resort, we're still achieving that goal. And so how I got here is following the purpose, following the roots impact that I wanted to make in people's lives. And so whether it's a place like this or even in their homes when we have home therapy sessions, or in our little studio in Zone 5 where we also receive clients, the impact is the same as what it would have been if it was a big therapeutic resort. It's people coming in feeling stressed, tense, feeling out of place, unsettled, and just receiving this healing and wholeness and living in a better state of mind, living relaxed, calm, and transformed. And so that's how I got here. That's that's a long going back. So I was one of those weird people that from the very beginning I knew what I wanted to do. And I wanted to be a psychologist, but it's funny you say just one because entering into just one, they told me psychologist, you have to go into science class, you have to be a medical doctor. And I just knew I didn't want the whole medical, I didn't want to be a doctor, but I wanted to treat people. I didn't want to be the conventional medical doctor, but I wanted to heal people. And so I ran away from science class in just one. That's why I said, funny you say that. But the vision remained the same. And it's funny that the little girl in just one, the work she wanted to be doing, I mean, the vision wasn't as clear as it is now, but she wanted to be a therapist for people. And I mean, look at me now. Okay. So every time I'm asked this question, I like breaking it down into two. When you hear aromatherapy, the two words that are merged together is aroma and therapy. And it's basically using scent in therapy form, using scent to bring about healing, wholeness, and calm. And we do this by using essential oils, which are extracts from plants, I mean, we're in Nigeria, so we are no strangers to the healing power of plants. I'm pretty sure at some point you might have drank some concoction of this herb or the other at some point in your life. But imagine, instead of drinking these bitter herbs, imagine all that healing components of these plants being extracted into a very potent, tiny liquid. And that's basically what essential oils are. And when you get the original, let me use that word, essential oil, because there are some fakes out there, you basically get all the healing properties of the plant as when you would drink, the medicine. So using these oils or these plants in this way is what we call aromatherapy. So that's just a basic crash course on what aromatherapy is. The means that I have chosen, or would I say chose me, to bring about this therapy wholeness that I keep talking about is aromatherapy. And aromatherapy in the Nigerian space right now is relatively new. I've literally met just one other aromatherapist in the whole country. And so the first steps for me now is raising awareness and bringing aromatherapy to spaces where people are already comfortable with. And I'm talking about dinner settings with the aromatherapy and tea party events that we have, or into infiltrating wellness spaces like what we did with Breathe, which was the therapy session we had in a yoga studio, and was just amazing people having this group therapy and connecting with one another. And so bringing aromatherapy to spaces like that, we're infiltrating the wellness space, the awareness is growing, people from these events are booking, one-on-one sessions, are being exposed to aromatherapy, and that's just the way forward, raising this awareness in this way, making aromatherapy a household name, let me put it that way. And while we're still working, of course, into getting that therapeutic result where everyone will be welcome to. I learned it somewhere, which is also how I was able to connect to the other person. So in the world in general, there's a governing body for aromatherapists, because I mean, we are healthcare practitioners, because they have in basically every continent, but the one that is the established body is NAHA, which is based in London and governs aromatherapists all over the world, but mostly in Europe. And with the time I spent in Europe, I think that's why I was leaning more towards NAHA. The Americas have their own governing body, IFA. But yeah, so NAHA is the one that regulates aromatherapists, and it's just as how you go to different schools, or let's say a law student can, different lawyers from different schools will be called to bar. This body, this association is the one that basically calls aromatherapists to bar and gives us that certification to go as licensed therapists and bring about healing to the world. From my advice might sound cliche. I'm pretty sure you've heard it all over the place before, but it's just two words. Just start. Just begin. Imagine if I had waited till I have that big result. I would still be waiting up till now. And I know the plethora of people, the numerous clients I've had wonderful life-changing experiences. They would have been denied that if I kept waiting. So it's not even just about you or what you want to achieve for yourself. It's about all the impact that you could be making. And because you're waiting for things to be perfect, you're still holding not just yourself back, but other destinies that are linked to you, to your actions, to you stepping out and doing what you're called to do. So my advice is just those two words: just start, and everything else will fall into place.